Hi, my name is Natalie and I'll be discussing the New York draft riots. The cause of the riots. President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, that on the 1st day of January in the year of our Lord 1863, all persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall then be in rebellion against the United States, shall be then thenceforward and forever free. Despite the fact that the Emancipation Proclamation was to free slaves, the Confederate States did not immediately free them. The Civil War dramatically shifted the objective towards ending slavery. The Southern states' reactions to the Emancipation Proclamation were that the Confederate leaders raged against the proclamation, reinforcing their commitment to fight to maintain slavery, the foundation of the Confederacy. And the Northern states' reactions were that in the North, opinions split widely on the issue. Abolitionists praised Lincoln's actions, but other Northerners, especially Irish, working class, urban dwellers, loyal to the Democratic Party with racist beliefs, hated the new goal and found the idea of freed slaves repugnant. The Union draft that began in March 1863 left New Yorkers enraged and increased white racism. Riots take place July 13 through the 16th. On July 13, 1863, 2 days after the first draft lottery occurred, hundreds of Irish immigrants filled the streets to protest the draft. The draft laws stated that all single men between 20 through 45 years of age and married men 20 through 30 years of age could be called to fight the ongoing Civil War on behalf of the Union Army. A volunteer fire company whose members and commander had been drafted initiated the riot, choosing targets associated with the Union Army like the government and military buildings, and as well as African Americans. A significant portion of the violence was racially motivated towards African Americans, including the burning of the Colored Orphans Asylum. 119 people died and many were left injured. The riots contributed to a 20% decrease in the African American population in New York. Impact of the draft riots. The riots caused millions of property damages and thousands of African Americans were left homeless. The riots were the climax of the long-standing working class, largely Irish, and it was linked to racial, political, and religious resentment of the government. The working class Irish immigrants suffered inflation, food shortages, as well as discrimination in employment. This was also the deadliest riot in U.S. history. While the 1860 census recorded 12,414 Black New Yorkers, by 1865 the city's Black population had declined to 9,945 by 1865, the lowest number since 1820. New York City has a oppressive, even violent history, and it is an uncomfortable memory from our past that in the 21st century is extremely important for us to educate ourselves on. Personal life impact. With both my parents being immigrants, I feel as if the riots were a part of history that many are not aware. It included many immigrants partaking in violent outbursts against the government, but racism was ultimately involved, ending many innocent African American lives. This is still a problem that we see now that in 2022 that African American lives are being taken. The conscription law, which made all men subject to military duty, is an extremely important history lesson to me too because of the time that I served in the military.